Hey guys, Cal here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on this attack strategy that I've been using. It is the same thing as the balloon clone blimp Hydra with dragons and dragon riders. However, I switched them with the super dragons because super dragons are broken, and even after this nerf, it still works. I had a little dry spell with them just because I forgot how to use them, and after I remembered and started implementing a few strategies that I'm going to share with you today, I've been having a lot more success. So, the first thing you want to look at for a clone, or for this attack, is not where you want to send your dragons, but where you want to send your royal champion. So your royal champion, you never want to send it directly into a hero, and if we look where the heroes are, they're all right here. So because they're all right there, that means that we have all this space right here for our royal champion to be effective. So because that is where we're looking at for our royal champion to be effective, that means we want our dragons to go in a different area. So if all this is being used for the royal champion, that means we would want to use this right here as a means for our regular dragons. And the reason why we're coming from this direction rather than going straight into the town hall from here or from here is because you want your dragons to hit this town hall right here when it's like the poison is gone. And if we come from these directions, this is such a small arrow, a small distance it needs to travel in comparison to this. So by the time your dragons travel here, the poison bomb after it's been taken out will be gone. Versus if we came from here, which is much shorter, by the time they hit here, that town hall bomb will still be going and it will damage your dragons. We're also want to be looking at the sweepers, which are pointing this way and this way. That is also another reason why we want to come opposite from it. Okay, so now that we know where our dragons are coming from, which is right here, and we want our royal champion to come right here, we want a way to funnel our dragons, so that means we just want to send our heroes right here to clear out that, to make sure our dragons will go straight. And then because we want our royal champion to take out this, that just means that we want to send in our royal champion with our heroes. So now that we know the plan, we're going to look at the attack. So we know exactly where we're going to start. We're going to start right here. I like sending out my dragons before my heroes, just because when the dragons funnel, it's okay if a few go around, because one super dragon is just so powerful. We really just want to make sure our heroes go the correct direction. So we're going to have these all sent here and this all sent here. We're going to have an early warden ability, and this is something that I also see people doing. You want a pathway for the blimp, like a path of clone. You don't want to have your blimp drop directly on top of the town hall because you have a dragon rider in there. And if you clone all the balloons and the dragon rider, they're all going to get hit by that bomb. Whereas if you clone them from very far away, that means only a few will hit the town hall and then the rest will be alive, especially your dragon rider that can do a little bit more work. So we have invisibility spells, and that is for the royal champion. You always want to use all your resources on the royal champion. Make sure that she gets as far as she can. And I'll make sure to show more of that in the next video. Or not the next video, the next attack. Because this one you kind of just saw her go with everything and then kind of just peter out. So in the next one I'll highlight her a bit better. But we're just at the end of this attack. You want to make sure your queen is alive. This is why we're always sending her with the king, because your queen is going to take out a bunch of buildings and is really going to finish out a lot of your attacks. So a dead queen usually means that your attack's going to fail, versus a queen alive usually means that your attack will succeed. Boom. This brings up a point. You see that I have an earthquake spell in the composition. And this is why we can send our blimp and not blimp the town hall directly, is because we can activate the town hall with our earthquake spell. And through activating it with the Town Earthquake spell, it makes it so that we don't need to use the blimp to activate it so that our balloons can hit it. Here, we're going to do a little bit more analysis. So, if we look for heroes, we have a hero here, a hero here, a hero here, and a hero here. We're fine sending our Royal Champion into the Warden, so that means our Royal Champion is probably going to be going this way. So, after we know where our Royal Champion is going to be going, we're going to look at where a good place to send our dragons are. So our dragons really want to take out a high value hero. So that would either be this Archer Queen or that Royal Champion. And in order to make that decision, we need to look at the air sweepers. We have an air sweeper going like this and an air sweeper going like that. So that means if we come from here attacking the queen, let me change the color, attacking the queen from right here, that means our dragons will eventually fight this air sweeper. So that means we don't want to go for the queen with our dragons, which means that we're going to go for the Royal Champion with our dragons because the air sweeper's pointing that way. This means that we are going to come with our dragons right here, and they're going to push just this way. And because our dragons are right there, we are going to blimp right here also. And again, we're going to drop our clones like this and earthquake that. That's pretty messy, but we're going to earthquake it so that we can take out that entire core and have our dragons travel. Now, heroes. Heroes don't really matter too much for this one. You can either send them over here to support your Royal Champion, or you send it on this side to like funnel your dragons. But because we have this big gap right here, the dragons are either going to go this way or that way, so they will hit the queen regardless. I don't remember which one it is, but we'll find out. If I had to guess, I think I would be using my heroes down here. But let's go straight into the attack. Okay, we have a baby dragon funnel right here. Dragons, boom, Warden, early Warden ability. So the reason why we have an early Warden ability right here is mostly because this distance right here is pretty short, and we really only need our blimp to get right about here. So that's the reason why we're Warden early. If we need our blimp to get right here, we would have to wait a bit, but we don't need to. So right here, we have our 3 clones and dropping it before hitting the Town Hall. This one was pretty close, but we see that it misses our Dragon Rider, and because of that, our Dragon Rider is getting a lot more value. Was able to take out that single without taking too much damage. Here, we're just letting our heroes work with and support our Royal Champion because we knew that our dragons would take out the queen from that bottom side. We're going to speed up here, but we're going to be focusing mostly on this Royal Champion here because we want to show that we are using everything to support. We're not supporting these dragons down here, we're supporting this Royal Champion. So after we take out this clan castle, we're going to use our invisibility spell right here, boom, to make sure that our Royal Champion is staying alive. Boom. We're going to keep on watching this Royal Champion, activating its ability, hit, and also, as you can see, our queen is alive because we supported her. And we're able to hit this base with a swag clone. Not swag clone, swag invisibility. Okay, so those are the 2 attacks. Now we're going to go into a live one. This one, of course, going to be easier because it's not a war attack. It's more of a farming attack. So we're going to look for something with 500,000 of each, regardless of if it's a hard or easy Town Hall. Okay, so there's this one. Town Hall right here, pretty isolated, and we have all these heroes in the core. So that just means that we want to use the dragons to take it out. And use our Royal Champion probably on one of these corners after we take out the core. So we're going to be coming from this top with the dragons, just because that is going against the air sweepers that are pointing both directions in the core. Boom, we'll drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, like that. And then I'll drop my queen first. And then once she does a bit of damage, oops, we want to drop our, we're going to drop our king over here. And now we're going to drop our blimp. We're waiting a bit on the blimp just because we need the blimp to get farther. Boom, activating, and hopefully this blimp can get far enough. 1, 2, 3. Here, drop. Now we have everything dropping in the core, and we are moving along. So this core was actually pretty good because all our dragons are kind of moving out this way. So we're going to try using our Royal Champion to kind of bring them back into this core to fight this queen. There's a lot of heroes in the core, so hopefully our dragons can take them out, which it looks like they are. Again, we are just watching our Royal Champion and making sure that she is going to be okay. And it looks like she is. And as you can see, our queen is alive and our king is alive, and we have 2 swag invisibility spells. So I hope you thought this video was a little bit more helpful. I hope that you guys can pick up this attack. It's relatively simple once you understand the 3 things that make it work. You want to make sure your Royal Champion isn't going into heroes. You want to make sure you're not blimping into an air sweeper. And you want to make sure that you're not dropping your blimp directly on the town hall. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope you found it educational. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.